I'm Taylor Oracle, and this reading for KA. KA wants to know, I'm so glad you're back on YouTube, thank you. I came across your account a few months ago. I must say, Complete Tarot course is one of the easiest to follow and learn from on YouTube. Cool, thank you. I also wanted to ask for a reading. My question is, if I'm going to find love anytime soon, or should I just focus my energy on my personal growth? Well, KA, thank you for the compliments. We're using the lenormand today. It's going to be the Gilded Reverie, I believe it's called. And this is the cloth that comes with it as well. So here is the tarot deck. And this is the Grand Tableau, but we're only using a 9-card spread. Make it quick today. And this is from Ciro Marchetti. He does have various versions of the woman and the man card. We got ones with the man booby and the woman booby, but we're not using boobies today. We're just going to go regular woman today and do the rest of the 9-card spread on top of this and use the bottom section as the houses of this. So I did have Google pick a random number, I think between 1 and, what was it? Enough to get a 9-card spread, basically. And this is the number that Google came up with. So we're going to use that as our 9-card spread houses. That's how I came up with all of this stuff. So with all of that said and 2 minutes wasted, let's go ahead with the reading for KA. So KA wanted to know if they're going to have a relationship anytime soon. Well, number one, I don't see a man in here, which is sort of indicative of maybe not soon, but we do have a lot of information here. So let's kind of go through it and see what exactly is going on. Now, it is interesting that we have a double fox. So a fox represents different things in different Lenormand books that I've read and videos and things on the internet, etc. But one common thing is sort of a cunning and, just sort of being a trickery or taking something or things like that. So a fox in the fox house, I find that very interesting. It seems that you do have relationships around you that have been sort of painful in the past, but you've learned from them. It does seem that as far as the past goes, let's say past over here and future over here, what you're surrounded with and immediately, what you're surrounded with diagonal, etc., etc. Start going through that. So we do have this sort of an imaginative but stable, I guess, dreams of how you think everything should go. And I think that you want quite a bit out of a relationship, and it's been hard to, I guess, find that or find men that sort of qualify for everything that you want or everything that you need, as well as the pathway to the relationship is is a bit clouded. So you have this pathway with the clouds over it, and it seems the way is not always clear. I think that you have gone into sort of trying different relationships and things like that, and you're trying to recover from a bunch of that stuff. Recover from maybe the cunning, recover from maybe the bad relationships, etc., etc., as well as you're trying to find your way within the realm of what you want, because what you want sometimes is unrealistic. What you're shooting for sometimes is a bit too much, as far as the expectation goes. Now, it seems that you've used your time well as far as work is concerned, or as far as things are concerned with time. So we have the sun sort of intermixed here with time, which indicates to me that you do have time not only on your side, but the lessons that you've learned maybe from the past relationships, the lessons that you've learned maybe from having a little too unrealistic expectations sometimes is sort of coming to bear. And it seems that you're learning a lot from that, and that you've sort of discovered a lot of things from that that you were previously did not know. So your knowledge has increased, your perceptions, your wisdom is much better now than it was previously in the past. So we do have the heart, the good old love, 24 with 25 of ring, which sort of means that it looks like as you've had long-term relationships before, and they didn't quite work out, and it's just something that you're looking for again, but you're looking for something more stable. And across from this, again, you're not really sure how to get that. The way is sort of clouded. You're not sure how to get the long-term relationship that you want without all of the deception that you've had previously. So as well as the significator card is on the mice, which I find interesting. It seems that you've had a lot taken away by these relationships. You've had some damage done as far as, your emotions. You've seen a lot of things that you didn't want to see. You've experienced a lot of relationships or feelings that you didn't really want to have, and it's sort of bearing down on you. And you asked a specific question: should I focus on healing and recovery, or maybe, sort of getting centered and things like that? The mice being under you sort of, yes, indicates that that's probably going to be prudent, especially if you do have your way clouded. You're not really sure where to find that relationship. You're not really sure where to, find the people that you want. You're not really sure why the relationships did not work. It seems you need to find that part where the relationships need to work again, and you need to remove the clouds and understand the pathway to get that done. So until that happens, you are going to have that situation where you are on the mice. There's a lot of scattering around. There's a lot of things being taken away and stuff like that. So it just seems that in that respect that's how it's going for you. As well as if you do basic card interactions, you're looking this away towards the past. You're looking towards that time that you did lose. But again, I think the time that you lost was good because you've learned quite a bit from that. And I think that's something that you could take on your journey into the future. So let's talk about the future. Again, you're on this present path, unsure about the way, looking for love, looking for that long-term ring relationship. You're looking for something that has a lot of meaning, a depth, somebody that you can relate with, somebody you can come home and have fun with, and be part of that union, be a part of that couple that you've seen on the TV, the movies, and you've seen other people have it, and why can't you have it type thing. So looking for that. So let's go into the future. The double fox indicates more deception. I think you're going to find another guy, and it's going to be more deception. And I think you need to sort of learn to start looking out for that, and look from the time that you've used in the past, from the lessons learned, sort of get your head in the right direction, find the way to get through the clouds, and think once you do, you're going to be able to see the deception. So the deception is important here because again, it's double. And if we look at this being the past and this being the future, you're going to run into it again, and you're going to run into it a few times. And it's something that once you get centered and get the mice away from scurrying around, get the mice away from all of that confusion, and get clarity and get the clouds removed, then you'll be able to see that deception and be able to filter through that BS a lot faster, and not have to waste a lot of your time, not have to use time on things because you can see it quickly. And in love relationships, it's always good to find that. So you will find love at work, basically. The bear, sort of authority, work, things like that, enterprise, business. You will find love there, and I think it'll come moderately soon. We could pull another card as far as time frame, maybe get the moon. That would be great, a quick time frame. Well, sort of a longer time frame, look like 6-7 months. So 6-7 months where you work or where you do your hobbies, where you spend most of your time, you will business, finance type thing, authority, you will find love there. And it's going to come from somebody who's a bit sarcastic, somebody who's a bit on the edge, somebody who's really quick. He's not interested in you initially, but you sort of grow on him over time, and he grows on you over time. And it's one of those things to where it's a relationship you didn't think that would exist. The whip, especially in business, means sort of negative influences or negative communications or something like that. So it's somebody with a little sarcasm, somebody with a little spice in them. And I think that you sort of like that. You like somebody that's quick-witted. You like somebody that's going to be able to keep up with you. You like somebody that's going to be able to be entertaining and fun, and not be like this just a boring traditional guy. The dudes are like, okay, let's go to dinner at 7 p.m. and then let's go to the movie. It's one of those things. Like, God, when I used to date, you just go and do just stupid stuff. Like we drive around trying to find a phone booth. Like, do phone booths still exist? Drive around, try to find one. We actually found one. It's just like stupid adventures type thing. So it's one of those quick-witted, fun, dynamic people that you're going to like, and you definitely are going to meet him, I think, within the next 6 or 7 months. Now, we do have children to start. That's interesting. That I think you will have the possibility of a long-term relationship. You will have possibility of children. It seems that this relationship is going to work out quite well. Doesn't seem like it's going to be like the forever relationship. Yeah, I really wish that the children was over the heart, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, you do have a long-term relationship coming, and it does look like it's going to be a good influence. It does look like it's going to be somebody that sort of matches you as far as being maybe a polar opposite on the astrology scale, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, looks like you may have kids in the future. It looks like everything's going to be cool. If you have kids right now, it looks like he gets along well with them. So you have a good future with relationships. But right now, again, focus on the mice. Focus on getting rid of that scurrying, getting rid of that sort of ADHD confusion type thing, sort of getting rid of the mental unfocus that you have. Get rid of the clouds with the path. Make sure the path is clear. Make sure that you can find people or you can understand deception, because you will have deception before you have this longer term relationship, and make sure that you have that under control, because that will come to bite you, especially if it's doubled up like it is right here. And that is my reading. Hopefully you like that. If you want a reading of your own, please leave a email to me at the description below. And if you like this, hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.